There's a decision you're making, maybe even on a daily basis, that you don't even know you're making. And that decision is costing you not only your happiness, but also your physical health. And when you're in the second half of your life, you know that your health becomes more important than it ever did at 30, 40, or maybe even 50. So yes, we expect that our health will decline as we age. But what if something you're doing every day is keeping your body in a state of stress that adds to that decline? Well, today you're going to find out what that is. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Dr. Connie, and I bring 77 years of life and 40 years as a psychotherapist and spiritual teacher to help those of you in the second half of your life navigate change, reconnect with yourself, and remember what really matters. So, has someone ever said something to you, maybe years ago or even last week, that still doesn't sit well with you? Or a moment you wish you could forget that still pops into your head from time to time? Or how about that mistake you made in 1984? Is that one still there? We call these just memories, just random thoughts, and we tell ourselves we've moved on. But in truth, we really haven't. Otherwise, they wouldn't still be popping up in your head. And every single time we push one of those memories away or think they don't matter, we have no idea we're making one of the most important choices that affects the quality of our life. So after spending decades seeking and searching for the meaning of life, one thing I've come to understand is this. Human beings carry an enormous burden inside them. Years of hurt, stress, disappointment, fear, resentment, grief, things we haven't fully looked at, felt, or let go of. And most of us don't even realize how much we're carrying because we've gotten so used to carrying it. It feels normal, and I want to show you exactly what that looks like. And what I've discovered is that what we hold on to basically comes down to three things. The first is what someone else did or said. A comment that landed wrong, a betrayal, a person who never apologized and probably never will. The second is what you did or said or didn't do. The regret you replay, the thing you wish you could take back. And the third, and this one runs the deepest, is the old wound. Something a parent said or did, a teacher, someone who made you feel small, not enough, and you never forgot it. And you know something? Most of us carry all three. I didn't think I was carrying anything unnecessarily until the other day. I was watching television, and a character came on screen who looked very much like my college sweetheart, a man whose heart I broke when I ended our engagement. And I could feel this sense of guilt rising up in me that didn't make me feel very good about myself. And I realized I'm still carrying that, even after all these years. But here's the thing. I really thought that I had forgiven myself and let that go, but I realized I must not have. And how did I know that? Because when he came to mind, I didn't think of all the love we shared. It wasn't a sweet memory. I thought of him with guilt. And that's how you know whether you're still carrying something around or not. Does the memory feel good or does it not? But here's what most of us don't know because nobody ever taught us this. Everything we're carrying around emotionally, our body is carrying it right along with us. So what we carry emotionally doesn't just stay in our heads. Our feelings are made of energy, and that energy has to go someplace. So when we keep dismissing them, when we keep telling ourselves, it's just a memory, it's fine, I've moved on, that energy gets stuck inside and it finds a place to land, right smack dab in our body. And there's actually a name for it. It's called dis-ease. And that dis-ease, that which we're not comfortable with, left unattended long enough, can actually turn into disease. But here's why this matters so much more as we age. Because we've been carrying around all this dis-ease for a very long time. And these thoughts and feelings create real consequences in our body and affect our health. Interestingly enough, just the other day, I found myself thinking about something someone said to me last week that didn't set well. And I felt angry. And I caught myself saying out loud, Really? Come on, Connie. Why are you still holding on to this? Is it really important enough to let it affect your peace of mind right now? And honestly, the answer was no. But here's what I want you to see. This thought didn't come up by accident. It came to tell me something very important. It wants out. And this is where one of the most important choices affecting your health begins. And here it is. Am I going to keep holding on to this? Or am I finally going to let it go? Now, some of you may be thinking, that sounds pretty simple. I've heard this before, just let it go. And you're right, it does sound simple, but it's a bit more complicated than that, because here's what took me a long time to understand, and I think you may already know this. Letting go is much harder than we think, because there's some part of us that actually believes that holding on is a good thing. It's not, but we think it is. Here's what I mean. If I keep replaying what that person did to me or how they hurt me, it's a good reminder not to let myself get hurt like that ever again. So I need to keep remembering that situation. How about this one? If I stay angry at this person, then I don't have to feel how hurt and vulnerable I really feel, because that feels much worse. So it feels better to stay angry. And here's one I hear quite often. Well, if I keep blaming and reminding myself of my regrets, this will help me from making the same mistake again. Really? Can you not trust yourself enough to know that you won't? Can you see how all of this feels like self-protection? But it isn't. It's keeping you stuck emotionally, and it's hurting your body that's being forced to carry all of this because you won't let it go. So, how do we let stuff go? Well, even after all these years, the answer still surprises me, because what I'm about to tell you is so simple, you may think it's too simple. But it works if you practice it, and practice is the key word here. The first thing you have to do is become aware of when those intruding memories pop into your head. Do not dismiss them as meaning nothing. Instead, become curious that they're showing up because they're literally saying to you, let me go, get me out of here. And that's your job now, to say those 3 words to yourself, let it go. Now, saying let it go is not pushing the memory away, and it's not an admittance that what you did or what someone else said or did to you is okay. This is the higher part of you saying, this no longer has relevance in my life. It's in the past. I thank it for whatever it came to teach me, and I let it go. And here's the best part. When you do that, something amazing happens. The mind does what you tell it to do. So when you tell your mind to let it go, it does. It sweeps it away for a while anyway. And if it appears again, you do the same thing. You just keep practicing those 3 words. Let it go. And one day, you'll notice those negative memories haven't shown up in a while. And that's when the healing begins for you emotionally and physically. So a good question to ask yourself is, how important is my health to me? Because your health isn't just about taking vitamins, going to appointments, or watching what you eat. Yes, all of that matters. But taking responsibility for your health also includes choosing what you're going to hang on to and what you're going to let go of. And you know what else I've experienced? Letting go is fun. Because every time I tell myself to let something go, I feel freer, lighter, and it brings me back to the present moment of where I am right now, and I end up having a much happier day. Now, I will say this. If there's something that's bothering me that I feel needs to be addressed with someone, I address it. But to be honest, 99% of the time, it's trivial stuff that doesn't matter at all. It's just our ego trying to stir up drama, because holding on is much more exciting to the ego than letting go. But speaking of letting go, There is one thing most of us are absolutely convinced we've already let go of. We're sure of it. And in my next video, I'm going to show you why you'll be so glad you did, because you may just be starting to believe there really is no one worth knowing more than you. So make a difference in my life and yours, and hit that little subscribe button. Until the next time, I'll see you in the next video, and I appreciate you watching.